Paul Farbrace, a terrific game of cricket. What are your thoughts in the immediate aftermath of that?
Oh, delighted. I think just been saying to the lads in the changing room, the players who worked so hard over the winter, and to take their hard work into winter, into the pre-season trip to India, and then start against a team who were in the first division last year and play excellent cricket over 4 days and really be trying to force the win on the last day, just shows how competent we are as a team, but how confident they are as players individually to be able to put in a performance like that over 4 days. I think we played excellent cricket, really, in terms of our discipline with the ball throughout, because obviously we spent a long time in the field with the various rain breaks and bad light breaks. So to hold the discipline and Northants not to get away from us at any stage, I think there were times where probably last year where we had Northants at about 300 for 8, other teams might have been 400 for 7 at that point. And I think we brought the run rate down. We maintained that. Really good discipline from all 4 seamers, but also, the 2 spinners have really played their part. There's a lot being talked about young spinners in England. We pretty much play 2 spinners every game. And we genuinely believe that's the best way to win games, and certainly at Hove. So look, I'm really delighted. I think we batted brilliantly. Some of our catching was absolutely outstanding. But the way in which the team have played over 4 days and the spirit in which they played, I think has been absolutely top class.
We could probably spend all day talking about all the positives to come out of that. Paul, I'd really like to talk about Jaden Seals, though, and overseas coming in here in April. You must have been delighted with his performance.
Look, I've been delighted with Jaden since he arrived. He's a fantastic bloke. He fitted in to our dressing room absolutely brilliantly. You forget he's only 22 because there's a maturity about him as a person and as a bowler. But the way that he is in and around our group and the way that the lads have taken to him shows what a high quality bloke he is, which we knew that. But his quality as a bowler and the way that he's run in, absolutely fantastic. He really looks an exciting bowler. And I know obviously the West Indies are keen to have him for July when they come to England and play the Test series, and we hope that we play our part in getting him ready for that series and that he has a great series against England here in July. But before that, I hope he wins us a few more games because he's a quality bowler, great athlete, brilliant bloke, and obviously as he showed with the last hit of our innings, he can strike a clean ball as well.
Let's talk about you after tea yesterday, because Sussex were really positive in that session, Paul, and we said in the commentary, we wondered if you were perhaps eyeing up a declaration there, and Tom Haynes suggested last night you might have been.
We had 3 declarations in mind. We were going to pull out 70 short at one point, and then we decided we were 270, and we sent a message on to say get the 30 as quickly as we can. We're going to pull out and we get to 300. And then they played so well, Lamb and Hudson Prentice, that we decided that we would try and get to 320 and only have a 50-run lead. And then the lights started going and we said, right, we're just going to keep going here. And that's what we did. And then this morning the discussion was, when do we pull out? And I think we came to the conclusion the best way to put Northants under pressure was to really get as many as we could and to try and get at least a sort of 80 to 100 run lead, which we did. I think 106 run lead, which put us in a really good position to then put them under pressure. And then every wicket you take until they're level, you hope that you're putting the opposition under pressure. So we were definitely going to declare, as I say, 70 short. And then Lamb and Hudson Prentice played so well that we said, OK, let's get to 50. And then obviously the light went against us, so we just kept going. And that I think, again, that's a place we want to be as a team, where we're prepared to lose games to win games, because we want to play a positive way, but also we want to win games of cricket. And sometimes you have to give the opposition a sniff to give yourself a chance of winning the game.
Sod's law, Paul. Sussex have decided not to use floodlights this season. We've heard from the chairman the reasons why. How frustrating is it, though, that maybe on the last 2 days you can't start games at 10:30 in the morning when when everyone, you could have played?
I think the one thing that we have to look at as a game in England, if we're really serious about bringing more people in to watch the game and keeping people in grounds to watch games of cricket, we've got to look at bad light, because I think the umpires have managed it really well in this game. I think they've done a great job. They were very clear. The communication's been outstanding. And once they take a reading and it drops below that and we go off, we know that's going to be the case for the rest of the game. I think the umpires had a really good game. I think they called the light absolutely brilliantly and they got it right. But we do shoot ourselves in the foot. And it's not these 2 umpires' fault. It's the game as a whole. And even, we've been having this discussion for years, haven't we, around the game of cricket. If you're a spectator that doesn't know everything about the game and you watch players walking off or not starting till 11 o'clock when it's been bright sunshine since 9 o'clock, you do wonder, why don't we start at 8? I mean, we're the only country in the world that doesn't start early. Every other country, if you're due to start at 10 and you lost time the day before, you start at 9:30. Why we don't start at 10:30 in April when we start at 10:30 in September, I'm not quite sure. But look, I'm not moaning about that, because it's something that we've been talking about for years, and it's not, as I say, it's not something that necessarily just lands at the current guys at the ECB, because it'd be easy to kick them, and it's not. It's us as a game as a whole. We've got to find ways to make sure we bring people in and we keep them in. But as I say, look, we knew the score here. We can't bleat about it, because we know the score. We know at the start of the season that's what it is, but it is something we probably do need to look at going forward. There's been a lot of good progress made around the game in the last couple of years, and I'm sure the people that are clever with me are looking at this all the time to find a solution to make it work.
Final question, let's look ahead to Leicester, game coming thick and fast. What are your thoughts looking ahead to that game in terms of selection, and also Leicestershire, who had a very good season last year?
Yeah, look, Leicester are a good side, and we had some good games with them last year. I think from our point of view, we've got a really strong squad at the moment. We've got people in form and playing well, and we've got 3 players in Ari Cavalis, Henry Crocombe and Sean Hunt, who could quite easily come in and play and would actually make us as strong as we are now. So that's a really exciting place. Pajara, we're hoping will be fit for the next game, but if he isn't, then obviously, probably Ollie Carter will stay in the side and get another game. He looks the most obvious probably to replace by Pudge, he knows that. But, if Pudge isn't fit, Carter stays in. He got 800 runs for us last year, played absolutely brilliantly, and he showed, over this 4 days, at short leg, how good he was in it. Energy in the field, excellence in the field. So, if Pudge isn't available, we move on.